Raw food diet, what is it and should you consider it for your health? People who follow the raw food diet are eating 100% raw food, not cooked, not processed and not altered. Those who have considered it and ruled it out, and for those who have heard of it, believe it's a difficult diet to stick to, especially for social reason. Thus, they go by a 75 to 99% raw diet. Those who do a raw food diet are known as vegans or vegetarians. However, some will consume raw meat and fish. There are a host of reasons to do this diet, including but not limited to higher energy levels, decrease in diseases, weight loss, contentment with oneself. Now, what raw foodists, spoutarians, hygienists, superfoodists, living foodists, ecstatic foodists, fruitarians and others eat will vary significantly, but the fact remains is that they consume a well-balanced raw diet. The majority of raw foodists consume high amounts of wild or organic food based on the idea that conventional food is toxic. Why are more and more people becoming raw food dieters? These foods help the body to stay clean, give the body energy it needs to function and help disease sufferers overcome their illnesses as seen in the standard American and UK diets. The government has consistently involved itself in healthy eating campaigns, but hardly ever consider using nature in them. Really, it's very simple. If the idea of eating raw foods isn't all that appealing to you, consider this: eliminate microwaving your foods and eating 50% raw vegetables and fruits in all your meals. This will help improve your immune system and stop the suffering of leukocytosis. 5 commonly asked questions people have about the raw food diet. What should you eat on the raw food diet? There is a plethora of food you can consume on the raw food diet. Think old world foods. Your diet can consist of any of the following: fresh or dried vegetables, fresh, frozen or dried fruits, herbs and spices, sprouts, nuts, nut butters, soaked or grounded ancient grains, sea vegetables, frozen or tablet algae. Be sure to add in the superfoods too, such as raw chocolate, algae, goji berries, maca, wheatgrass, etc. The raw food diet is the oldest diet to date. It's the one diet that both animals and humans still use. You just pick up the food you want and eat. You don't have to deal with a greasy messy or consume toxic chemicals. How expensive is the diet? Your health should not be measured in dollars. It's true that buying organic foods can get costly, but with a bit of research, it doesn't need to be. Consider growing your own foods. Plant several fruit trees or greens. Many raw food dieters have started their own gardens because of the benefits it entails. People can make all kinds of excuses as for why they don't go with the raw food diet, but money is just an excuse. If you really want something, you will find a way to get it. This includes going with the raw food diet. Remember the phrase, "You are what you eat." It's true. If you consume a baked potato with lots of butter and fixings, you're going to become a potato, so to speak. If you healthy, leafy greens, you're going to feel healthy overall. Is special equipment necessary for the diet? While you don't need special kitchen equipment, it can be useful. What are some kitchen appliances you can use? Dehydrators, blenders, juicers, etc. Be sure to really look at the different products before settling on one. Be sure it will do what you want it to do. Does eating raw food lead to deficiencies? It is very possible to become vitamin deficient on the raw food diet, but the same holds true for any diet you follow. For example, the standard American and UK diet can leave you deficient on vitamin B12, phytonutrients, EFAs, antioxidants and water. This is why you need to use a good over-the-counter multivitamin tablet. You can also use other supplements to ensure your body is getting the nutrients it needs to thrive and grow. Be sure you include superfoods into your diet like flax and chia seeds. You don't have to consume animal fat to get protein, but if you consume a high fruit diet, you may experience a drop in protein level. Are children able to do the raw food diet? Children's needs are different from adults, which means the raw food diet is different for them. That said, there have been many cases where children raised on the raw food diet have done extremely well. Before your child starts a raw food diet, it may be good to take with a doctor who is versed in the subject. All diets including the raw food diet can be successful with a little bit of information and care. How can you begin consuming raw food? You may want to go balls to the wall with your diet, change your lifestyle cold turkey, but this is the worst thing you can do. Instead, begin the raw food diet by making a change to one meal before you change another one. For example, instead of eating sandwiches for lunch, consume a salad full of raw vegetables, no processed meat. Or, you can make yourself a smoothie using a banana and natural peanut butter and natural honey. If you're okay with this change, move on to another meal such as dinner. Make yourself a cabbage burrito or nori wrap. You can also do crackers with guacamole and hummus. Once you've done this, now go to your breakfast. What could you change here that would make it become a part of the raw food diet? If you're snacky, go with dried fruits or nuts to stave off your hunger pangs. You could also do vegetable sticks with dip. Don't forget to add in superfoods each day to give your body the nutritional value it needs that a cooked or raw diet can miss. What do you need to do? Make sure to enjoy the food when it's natural. If there is a food that you like but can't be eaten raw, you need to ask yourself if it's safe for you to consume. Watch your food as you're cooking it. Look at the water disappearing, the colors fading and the change in texture. Now, are you healthy and content with your life? If not, then you know something has to change. If you continue doing the same thing and expect different results, you're going to be highly disappointed. If you want to feel happier and healthier, you need to change the way you eat to see the results. Cooked food undergoes chemical changes. When you cook your food, it undergoes a plethora of chemical changes, which consists of new chemicals, toxins ones even. When your body doesn't recognize a chemical, it causes an immune response, generating white blood cells to attack the toxins. This leads to a lower immune system because your body is attacking the food you have consumed. Take the commonly consumed and popular baked potato. When baked, it has more than 400 chemicals added to it than it initially had. This is why, when going through a detox, you need to steer clear of foods that are loaded with toxins. You need to eat food that's not been altered in any way. Consuming cooked foods cause immune response. The body, when it's introduced to cooked foods, acts like you've poisoned it. And, in some instances, you have. Thus, it creates white blood cells that protect itself. The response is called leukocytosis. However, if your diet is 50% raw, the body doesn't do this. Any form of cooking that changes the food cell structure, baked potato noted above, causes this reaction. Your body is trying to contend with the new chemicals. After years of assault, it feels drained and tired of dealing with the repair. When it can't handle anymore, the chemicals are then stored, which leads to the many different diseases in today's society. Check out Detox Delight's recipe book, as it contains more than 100 tasty raw food recipes you are sure to enjoy. It will show that you can have a variety of recipes even without breads and meats. If you can't understand it fully, don't fret. Just know that the detox plans in the book have been designed to ensure the most energy with very little cravings.